2-minute rounds. This is going to be a war. Two great fighters we've had on the show many times. Let's go.
So here we go, fight number 15, 5 2-minute rounds at light heavyweight between Moore and Pratt. This is a world title eliminator. It'll be interesting to see how this one goes down. We are expecting this to be a chess match.
I've had the pleasure of calling Moore's fights in the past and Pratt's fights.
Can we have security outside, please?
Just a little bit of a delay in proceedings here at the moment due to, let's call it, a ruckus in the crowd. But the fight's going to go ahead as scheduled, no concerns there. I've had the pleasure of calling Cathal Moore's fights in the past. You know, he comes over from Ireland, so he's got absolutely no intention of coming all the way
Round one!
To not put on a show and get the win. And he's been involved in some wars. He likes to fight at range, he likes to fight behind that jab. Let's see who can have success early on here. This one's scheduled for 5-2s.
Yeah, this is going to be interesting.
Nice right hand there landed by Moore.
Moore with the early flurry. Pratt yet to get anything off just yet.
As we spoke about in the previous fight, you know, a reach advantage is only an advantage if you know how to use it. And Moore does tend to know how to use it in most of his fights. He's a rangy guy and he likes to fight at range.
Yeah, look, he's boxing out of a long guard. And when you're a tall fighter, that's really what you should be going for, really, you know. Long with that left hand, peppering out the jab. And it's going to be whether Pratt can get inside and do some damage and let his hands go. Oh, good right hand there from Pratt. Moore just flicking out that jab, and he's just using his range really well here so far. Staying out of trouble and using footwork to get out of range. He's got a nice bounce, hasn't he? For a big man, Moore, isn't he?
Yeah, you can sort of see like an amateur pedigree in him in the way that he boxes.
Yeah.
Very bouncy on his feet, in and out, and likes to establish that jab early on.
Yeah.
I would like to see him be busier with the jab against the...
He chops down with his shots as well. I don't know if you've seen, he chops down a lot with his shots, does Moore, and it works for him. I think that's a Moore round.
Yeah, certainly I would give that first round to Moore. Of course, we're not scoring it, so don't take that as gospel, but I would give that first round to Moore. A lot of support here for Pratt as the hometown fighter.
It's crazy because the whole crowd went outside.
Both men back into the neutral corners and then coming out for round two. This one's scheduled for 5 2-minute rounds.
Yeah, very interesting first round. Into round two, here we are, bad to the bone, BKB. We are in Stoke-on-Trent. Gunman and Sonny on the commentary team. We have Pratt versus Moore. Moore in the white trunks, long, rangy. Pratt with the Liverpool emblem on his shorts in the black and silver. Just struggling to close the gap early, but it's clear he looks like he knows what he needs to do. He's trying to get in close and land bombs like that one. He just needs to do a little bit more of it. But that's exactly what he needs to do. Just close that gap, send that right hand over the top.
Yeah, just narrowly missing there with the big overhand right. For when you're fighting someone like Moore, you have to cut off the ring. Though he has that, as we said earlier, that bouncy in and out style working behind the jab. And you know as well as I do, the ring is endless if you don't cut it off. Someone can just keep away from you all night long, especially when you're in against a rangy guy like Moore. So Pratt needs to not only pressure him, but try and cut off the ring a little bit. Nice job by Moore. Moore sort of exhibiting a tendency here to lean back with his hands down when shots are coming his way. Hasn't caused him any issues just yet, but it's always something to watch out for. And just one shot can change everything in this bare knuckle. Nice shots being landed by Moore there.
Yeah, I think that was a better round for Pratt, like as in his best round so far. He closed the gap, he landed some shots on the inside, but again, I think maybe Moore nicked it, but that was a lot tighter round, and like I said, we're not the judges, so we don't have to worry too much about scoring it. But yeah, it's an interesting fight, and it's going to be interesting to see who comes out the victor in this one. Five rounds, we're 2 down.
2 down heading into the third. What a night of fights it's been so far. On Bat of a Bone, the fight before Christmas. Round 3.
Round 3.
Good jab from Pratt, start the round off. Both men clinch. Moore throwing from shots around the back of the head there, and referee's quick to pick up on it. Moore still staying long, and he's just troubling the smaller man in height with his range and his awkwardness. Like I said, he chops his punches down, almost slaps him down on you.
Yeah, especially when shots are coming Moore's way. His output stops being technical and it sort of becomes slappy. Everything comes from the outside inwards.
It's slappy, he slaps his punches down on you. But it works for him, like, you wouldn't teach to punch like that. You'd teach him to be a bit straighter, especially with the backhand, but he slaps his backhand down on you. And he's starting to look comfortable now more, I think. He's, you know, just starting to enjoy himself. Look, just starting to enjoy himself and getting in his flow and rhythm and starting to put a bit of finesse into his work.
Bit of input there from the referee. I believe he was telling Moore about keeping his hands closed if he's going to be putting his hands out there, trying to avoid eye pokes. Sort of surprising the lack of eye pokes that you witness in bare knuckle boxing, all things considered, you know.
Yeah.
As opposed to sports like MMA, mixed martial arts with the fingerless gloves. See an awful lot of eye pokes in that sport, but I don't witness it to the same frequency in bare knuckle boxing.
100. This fight's just moving more and more how Moore's team would probably want it to be. You know, like, I think Pratt's just got to find some head movement and get in now and let his hands go, dig to the body. He's falling short there, look, because of the range.
Yeah, Moore growing into it. He's having some success with the...
Is he ducked to point? He's ducked to point. What was that for?
Open hands, I believe.
Open hands, wasn't it?
Yeah, the point deduction for open hands, just for putting that danger out there of eye pokes. He has been warned about it previously. But, you know, from my experience, if you have boxed in the gloves for any period of time, thinking about, I sort of do have a tendency to have my hands open inside the gloves, you know.
Yeah, you definitely do when you're catching.
Yeah.
And parrying, you have your hands open for sure.
But that danger isn't there as for the eye pokes and so on, as we've just discussed. So this is why so many of the skills from glove boxing don't necessarily translate over to the bare knuckle.
Yeah. Yeah, I think this is just going the way Moore would want it to go. I think if he could have asked how this fight could go before the fight, he'd be writing this very same script. I think only really the second round has Pratt found any kind of joy and success. Moore's just keeping it long and is racking up the points. Good
nice
right hand as
there.
well. Yeah, good right hand from him as well. And
again.
Yeah. Jab now to the body. Like, he's literally going through the full repertoire now, and there's not much coming back.
And Moore on these Bad to the Bone shows, from the fights that I've had the pleasure of calling from him, he's no stranger at all to a fight going the distance and it being...
Nice jab. Moore's really taken over in this round, in my opinion. There's very little coming back from Pratt. I mean, I'm counting his shots on one hand. He needs to get in and let his hands go.
You know, we're in round 4 now, and as I said in round 2, when you're fighting somebody like Moore who wants to try and stay away, keep that range and land shots on you, if you're not closing off the ring as you're trying to chase him down, that ring is endless and he'll move around it all night.
But Moore's horrible to fight, man. You don't want to fight a tall guy who's rangy, but is actually good, that can actually move. You know what I mean? He's actually got good footwork, you know, reasonable footwork, you know, and he's in and out, and he's tall and rangy, and that's always all good. I think that's another Moore round, in my opinion.
Yeah, another Moore round for me, and coming out into this 5th and final round for a title eliminator, Pratt needs a finish.
Yeah.
So I would hope there's a real sense of urgency from him stepping out of that blue corner.
Do you think that's what's been the downfall a little bit? He hasn't been that urgent in his work?
I think his downfall has been his ring craft, because there has been an urgency in his work and he's been pushing more to try and get inside, but he's just been chasing him endlessly. You know, he's chasing him, he's running after him, he's trying to get him to close that distance. All of those things are there, but that knowledge of navigating more to a position where he can't move away from him, there hasn't been any effectiveness in that area, so Moore has consistently been able to keep himself away from danger throughout the course of the fight. The moments where Pratt has had success is where Moore has moved straight back and found himself against the ropes, but he doesn't do that all too often.
See how Pratt's come out now? I would have liked to have seen it earlier. He's coming and bringing it.
And Moore seems more than happy to meet him.
Yeah, he does.
Nice jab from Moore.
Pratt's already thrown more in this round than he did in the entirety of last round. Already, you know, he was just too tentative in the last round.
He knows he needs a finish here in the 5th and final.
Oh yeah, his corner would have said, look, you've got to put it all in now, and that's what he's doing. Much better round from Pratt. There he goes, coming forward and throwing bombs. Much better round from him.
Nice jab from Moore there.
I think the ref's warning him about the open hands again. I just heard warning Moore about the open hands.
And, you know, of course, we aren't the judges. We've got the pleasure. Nice right hand there from Pratt.
He's got his man hurt. Can Pratt find a finish? He needs to. This will be a hell of a turnaround. But I've been saying earlier, why did he not start like this earlier?
He's got 30 seconds to do some serious work here if he wants to get the win.
He hurt his man, but this is what he needed to do earlier. Come forward and let his hands go. He just needs to keep going. This is how I wanted to. Oh! Good shot from Moore, and he's kept his man at bay now.
Moore pouring it on here as the 5th and final round comes to an end.
Wow. Great fight. Enjoyed that one.
Always a pleasure to watch Cathal Moore fight. Let's hand it over to the judges and see how they scored that one.
Again, an absolutely superb battle for the World Eliminator 5 2-minute rounds. Two absolute warriors, but your winner by unanimous decision. In the blue corner, it's Tom Pratt!
Gunman Boxing, I am here with the winner, Mr. Pratt. He looks absolutely sliced up. What a war that was. That was fantastic. When the decision was read out, were you a little bit worried?
Yeah, because of both of us, they fucking dig deep, didn't we? Both fucking war, and it could have gone to either side.
Listen, it seemed that his height and his range was causing you trouble. He's long, he's rangy, but he's a guy that can move. But you just started to get inside and throw bombs. Was that always a game plan?
Just dig deep, stick it on him, and work on the inside. That's what I was just trying to do, just try and take his reach away.
Listen, your face is cut up. Were you hurt at any point in the fight?
Yeah, first round and third. Yes,
What a crowd you brought. You seem to have brought half of the North with you. Huge crowd. Were you hurt at any point in that fight?
Yeah, with that jab's the lethal, man. A fucking jab. Lethal.
Do you think that fight warrants a rematch or?
Yeah, I could do a rematch. First, I'm going to get that world title, and then we'll have a rematch.
And then you'll give him a shot. Did you have him hurt yourself at any point? It looked like in the last round, he landed some serious bombs. He really did. Did you think you could knock him out in that last round?
Oh, he's tough. He's tough. No motherfucker's going to knock him out. No one.
So congratulations, that was a fantastic performance. Go messed up, go grab yourself a beer. Well done. Mr. Pratt, congratulations, sir.